Alright, Fuzzy Wuzzy has a golf bag, and this is what's in Fuzzy Wuzzy's golf bag. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Hello world, welcome back to Golfing the Villages. On today's episode, we are covering the most highly requested video of what's in the bag. So without further ado, let's get after it. Alright, let's start at the bottom of the bag. I carry a 62-degree lob wedge. This is a Vokey SM8. It is a M grind with 8 degrees of bounce. The M is the type of relief. It allows it to sit very low and tight to the turf. This is my specialty club for tight lies, especially when I lived in Texas off of a lot of hard pan. You can open up the face, but the club sits really, really low, which is really nice. It's currently shafted with the KBS 610 wedge, which is a little heavier in the butt. It is a 125 gram shaft, and it is in a stiff plus profile, which I like for wedges. Currently using the Golf Pride MCC 4 multi-compound grip in a mid-size +4 with no additional wraps of tape. I feel like that's the best for my grip and my hand size. Moving up the bag, the next club we've got is the 56-degree sand wedge. It is a F grind, which is a standard wedge grind with 14 degrees of bounce. Also a SM8 Vokey wedge. Also shafted with the KBS 610 and the same grip that I mentioned before. This one allows you to play all kinds of shots around the green. The reason I like the F grind and the 14 degrees, the higher bounce, it's great in soft sand, it's great in fluffy lies. I can open up the face and allow the club to really work through the turf nicely, without having too many issues hitting shots. So I really like that club around the green. Going up, I go to the 50 degree, also in an F grind, but only with 8 degrees of bounce. So less bounce because I tend to hit more full shots out of the fairways, off tees, stuff like that. It's also an SM8. This wedge though happens to be the blackout version of the Vokey wedge, and this has the shaft from my old set. So there's a little bit of a mismatch, something I need to clean up in my bag. This is using a KBS Tour C-Taper 130 gram X shaft. So this is for your big boy swingers who have a very fast transition and fast swing tempo. This is something I probably need to change out to match my set. We'll get into in a minute. But same grip, the MCC multi-compound from Golf Pride. And also a great club around the greens that I tend to use a lot. I can open the face, and so that is an important, and that is a 50 degree. And that's gonna bring us to the set. The main part of my set are the PXG 0311 tees. Those are the tour clubs. I have a 3 through wedge. My pitching wedge or wedge is lofted at 45 degrees. I'm gonna try to pin all those and put them up on the screen so you can see what my lofts are. I'm not extremely loft jacked, but they're modern lofts, I would say. These are a forged iron, which is really nice. Currently shafted with the Dynamic Gold Tour issue from True Temper, 120 gram X100s. So these clubs are nice. They're a little softer than my 130s that I had, and allows me, especially right now with my back issue, allows me to still swing really full, but I don't have to swing as hard as I did with the 130s because I was starting to struggle to get the ball up in the air with some of the longer irons like the 3 and 4 iron. So that is this set is the same all the way through, 3 through wedge. So same grip, same shaft, whole 9 yards. Now continuing up at the upper end of the bag, I do have a spare club in my bag right now, so I'm one over the tournament limit. But I do have a 2 iron. This is a Taylormade P790 UDI, so that stands for Ultimate Driving Iron. This club allowed me to hit a lot of shots, especially in Texas where there's a lot of wind, and you didn't want to hit a ballooning 3-wood, but you still needed to penetrate and go 250, 260 plus, that's what this club was used for primarily. In this one, I still have the KBS Tour C-Taper 130X. This shaft had actually been pured, meaning they put it on a machine and they shake and bend the shaft until they find the actual pure centered sweet spot of it, so that it returns to that every single time. That's a little extra thing that they do at some nice high-end club stores. This one is also using a Tour Velvet mid-size +4 grip, but it's the Tour Velvet, not the MCC, which is also a grip that I use occasionally. If I was to make a change here, I may switch the shaft out just again because it's now a little bit stiffer than what I can probably swing well, but I like having the 2-iron, I like having the driving iron in the bag. It gives me a little extra flexibility off the tee. Alright, so this is where we come to our fairway wood, and I only have one in the bag. I've got the Ping G410 3-wood. This is a 14.5 degree 3-wood. I have it currently set to just a standard neutral, so I'm not taking off any loft or adding any loft. The most important part about this is probably the shaft. It's going to be that Tour AD Graphite Design shaft. It's the IZ7. It's an X-Flex shaft. I could not hit as well as I could without this shaft. It really makes a huge difference in this club. The grip here is the Tour Velvet mid-size +4. I did not switch it over to the MCC yet. I still had a little life left in this grip, so this club's a little behind on grip changes, whereas everything else matched up in my set. But this is a favorite club of mine. I haven't been able to replace it. I know it's a couple generations back, but when you find a good 3-wood that you like, you stick with it. So that's going to be the 3-wood back in the bag. And now we come to the big dog, the Ping G425. This club is absolutely amazing. I actually also have the 410. I still don't have the 430, but the 410 is what's currently in my bag. This is a 9-degree head, and it's set in its standard loft and lie configuration for Ping. No additional weights, everything's in the neutral setting. Also, the Graphite Design Tour AD shaft. This is the IZ6, and it also is in the X-Flex profile. I actually have a little bit of a issue with the grip. I'm actually using just a regular mid-size Tour Velvet. I haven't put the +4 on here yet. It's just one of those things that I hadn't gotten around to, but and I do notice a little bit of a difference with the +4, obviously being in the lower hand, being a little bit bigger, and I have such big mitts. But this club is absolutely amazing. The Ping for me offers a ton of forgiveness, and excellent ball speed, especially on those miss hits, which, as you guys know, I hit a lot of miss hits. So this is definitely my preferred club at this time. So alright, that is the driver squared away. Alright, so that brings us down to the bottom of the bag, the putter. And as you all know, I have been on the struggle bus with the putter, but maybe there's a little light at the end of the tunnel. I am currently using the Scotty Cameron Phantom. This is the 2022 model, I believe. It is the X7 model, and it's 35 inches in length. I've got the Super Stroke square-to-square grip on there, which does have the ability to add the adjustable counterbalance weight in the grip itself. And of course, the Scotty Cameron has the ability to add the weights into the head. This is more of a face balance putter. Scotty's belief is that every putter has some toe flow, which they all do. So this is the closest thing they have to the straight back, straight through putter that other companies have for sale. I had it going with this putter for a little while, for a long while, and then I lost it, and I think it was something I tinkered with in my putting stroke, and so now I'm going to get back to it, and tomorrow we have a round, so I'm really looking forward to getting back out there and rolling some putts in with this thing, because it is really nice. A couple other accessories I have in the bag. I've got a orange whip. This is the shorter one. This isn't the full length one. This is a must-have club for me, especially dealing with my back injury. Being able to loosen up. There's times here, especially in the villages, where you're not able to hit balls before you go out on the round, before you go out on the course. And having the orange whip, being able to loosen myself up, is really, really nice. It's better than just trying to hold a couple of different clubs. You really feel this like tempo and transition. You feel the way the orange section of the whip works, and I have to say it's been in my bag for a long time. So this is the mid-size orange whip, and I can't live without it. And the next thing I've got in my bag are tour sticks and a tour stick cover. But these are so important. You've probably seen it on my shorts or some of my videos, my practice videos, where I've got my tour sticks down, because I am, trying to work on alignment all the time. Not only alignment, but ball position, and getting it in the same position every single time when I'm practicing, so that I can be a better golfer on the course. And I know a lot of people, don't believe in alignment aids, but I have to tell you, this is something that's really important, and you should have at least one or two. They usually come in a 2-pack, but you should have them, and you should set them up, and you should use them, because they will help you. And another addition to the golf bag, something that I got when I came here to the villages, was this, I call it a cheater stick or an old man stick. I wish I had this when I was playing tournament golf, because there were plenty of times where I could have used this, especially early in the morning. But I purchased this. You can set it up in the ground. It's an aluminum club holder, and you can set up as many clubs in there as you want. I tend to use this when I'm practicing or on the course when I don't know what club I'm gonna need. I'll just grab 3 clubs, and now when I'm done using them, I can just stand them there on the side of the green. Keeps the grips dry, which is really nice. And then there's a pretty good chance I'm not going to forget this standing up there, and so at least at the end of my putts or whatever I'm doing, I'm able to collect my clubs and the stick and get everything back in the bag. So kudos to that designer that made this thing, because this thing is a lifesaver. So other accessories I've got in the bag, gloves. I've got a ton of gloves, both PGA Tour Superstore gloves and Footjoy gloves. Those are the ones I prefer. I've got a couple of carabiners holding on gloves, and I have a slew, probably 4 or 5 of these Titleist towels that I've got. And then as far as the yardage book goes, just for holding scorecards and stuff, I've got this Texas book along with my rules of golf. So that's always in my bag. A couple of personal pouches. This is one of my utility pouches that I have. It's just a Titleist pouch. I've got every color Sharpie that I would need. I typically mark my balls with different colors depending upon which make or model. Like I said, I usually only play the V or the left dash. So my V's are going to be green, and my left dash are going to be blue. I have a spare wrench. This is a Titleist torque wrench, but it works with the pings to tighten the heads. They do need tightening every now and then, and so this just little rubber piece comes off, and it's just a Torx head. I do have spare Ticonderoga pencils. You never know, somebody needs a pencil. Small pencil sharpener in there, and a ball marker. This one helps me draw those straight putting lines on there with the black Sharpie. And so I always have these in my bag for just in case. In the ball bag, we've got the Titleist Pro V1X left dash balls. I always mark them RR, and I have my putting line on top to help me get going. Additionally, I've got a Titleist umbrella, which in Florida we definitely need to make use of. Additionally, probably the best club in a golfer's bag, the iGotcha Retriever. I have one of those. I think this is the 14-foot model. You never know when you're going to need it. I do have also There's the additional player's gloves and the Footjoy, a set of rain grip gloves for just in case. I really don't like to play in the rain, but when I had to play tournaments, we had to play in the rain. So that goes in the bag here. And then last but not least, on the other side, I do have a rain jacket, a real lightweight rain jacket that I can swing a club in. That's in here, kind of folded up. You never know when you're gonna need one of those. And then definitely last and probably most important, the Bushnell laser rangefinder. I can't live without this. I have to know my numbers. This one has the slope technology built in. It's the Tour 5. You can turn the slope on or off rather than having the adjustable faceplate. It does meters and yards, so however you like to play. And that's very, very important. Always have that. This is the Titleist Stay Dry cart bag. Great for golf carts, which is what we have here a lot in the villages. The Stay Dry material is a little extra moisture wicking, or I don't know, moisture resistant. So it comes with a hood, which you saw earlier. I normally have the hood on to keep everything protected, even though I have the extra canopy. And it's nice. It's got not only a shoulder strap, but it's got a shoulder strap and then a handle that you can utilize, as well as these two grasping handles there. You can grab those and then get the bag in and out of the cart. I like it because it's got all the pockets divided for all your clubs, which is really nice, along with the umbrella holder, which is a separate pocket. So for me, it just does the best job of organizing everything. And this bag has been through a lot. So you can see it's got a lot of wear and tear. This is not a pull-out like on the new models. This is a zip pocket. It does have a cool pouch here for storing beverages and whatnot, although we use the cooler. I just have some spare balls in there. And then of course the ball bag section where you keep a ample supply of balls for all the ones that we like to put in the water. Alright, well that's going to wrap up this What's in the Bag 2023 edition. I don't anticipate too many changes this year, although, you know, winter time, most people make changes to their bag. I may change out a shaft or freshen up a wedge, but I really don't anticipate getting new irons. After my most recent fitting, I didn't really notice any new gains. So with that said, I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, we'll see you on the course. You ready?
Ready.
Hello world, and no, I don't like it.
That's okay. That's for bloopers.
Today we're gonna get to one of the most requested videos by you.
You went off script.
By you, the subscriber. Can we cut it? Start a new. Like I think I can.